Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News Program for Monday, October 19th, 2015. Camera people, Devlin. Video engineer, producer, Russell. Sound engineer, Brendan. Teleprompter, Edward. And prompter, Myra. With news anchors, Dan, and meteorologist, Ciara. And this is news anchor, Brendan, and now the news.
Welcome to the DCTV Weather and News Program. Help keep our kids' news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. And now the news. But I first have an announcement. The New York Jets are 4-1. They're on a roll. They play the New England Patriots next week. There's going to be a whooping. Jets are going to the Super Bowl. You've heard it here on DCTV. Jets are going to the Super Bowl. Okay, let's get on. And now, public notice. KSJD News Now is sponsoring a barn raising event for the community's new local news department. NPR's national desk correspondent from Dallas, Wayne Goodwin, will be featured. There will be substantial snacks and rousing refreshments. You can buy your ticket now at sunflowertheater.org or call 970-564-9727, extension 11, for more information. Tickets are $35. The event will be held at the Sunflower Theater, East Main Street, Cortez. The date is October 22nd, 2015. Public notice number 2. Today about 10:30 in the morning in Dove Creek, a student went missing from the Dove Creek School. With the support of the community, school staff, and from our sheriff's office, the juvenile has returned safely home. A great big thank you to all of you. It is an inspiration to live in an area where everyone pulls together in times of trouble. My name is inconsequential. And the following story from the Dove Creek Press. Old high school will house the county health nurse's office. You know, the nurse's office actually used to be here in the courthouse. Then we expanded the clinic, and then they were moved to the clinic. So now they're coming back almost home, but they're going to the school. 4 members of the Dolores County School Board voted to proceed with the plan to move the county health nurse into the district office. That's how many school board members were present at the October meeting. The county health nurse has been in the community health clinic building for years, I think actually since about 1995. But changes in Medicaid regulation have resulted in a rush of dental patients, and the clinic needs the room. Now we have a story from ESPN. Every Monday, Eye on College Football's Tom Fornelli looks back at 10 things that stood out to him over the college football weekend. Everything from the awesome to the just plain stupid. Mostly stupid. And folks, I hope some of you watched last night's game. The Colts against the vaunted New England Patriots, and watched that punt where the entire line lined up on one side onto the left, and one of the Colts player was getting ready to hike the ball to a person who wasn't the quarterback. There were only 3 Patriot players standing in front of them, and they hiked it. And they got crushed. And it was a 4th down. And they gave the Patriots the ball on the Colts 30-yard line. And these guys make millions of dollars. Okay. The weekend was ridiculous. While the entire world remembered the end of the Michigan State game, I can just see it now. People were probably getting ready to jump out of windows when they had that muffed, I think it was a punt they tried, and they blew it. So just a part of the madness we were all witness to. There was a lot going on, and plenty you may have missed, but don't worry, okay, Michigan fans. It's time to let the healing begin. It's been a really rough, tough couple of days for you. I know you don't have to explain it to me. We all saw what happened. We all get it. Dum, 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 dum. Memphis beat Ole Miss. Oklahoma was stuck in an airport for over 8 hours before flying to Manhattan, Kansas to hand Bill Snyder the worst loss of his career. And that's right, University of Texas. And the worst loss of his career, we saw Boise State turn the ball over 7 times in one half. The following story now is from the internet. Oh, this must be dangerous. It's an internet story. Arctic powers gather for Alaska talks as pace of global warming threatens ice cap. Scientists in Alaska will raise the vexed issue of methane and black carbon pollution as they discuss tipping point dangers posed by global warming in the Arctic. I'll tell you what, folks, if you think CO2 is bad, watch what happens to this planet if methane really starts to get out on the loose. Now, granted, methane is usually found in large quantities deep in the ocean, and most of it is still frozen. But if methane starts to be released in any significant quantities, if you think global warming is bad now, just wait. A crucial meeting of the Arctic Council in Anchorage comes amid evidence that the polar region is warming faster than any other place on Earth, and that sea ice coverage there has shrunk by nearly a third since 1979. Researchers now fear that the new threats to climate stability are about to be unleashed in the Arctic. Warming in high latitudes is causing permafrost in Siberia and northern Canada to thaw and release plumes of methane stored there. They say methane is a powerful greenhouse gas, and these releases threaten to trigger secondary rises in global temperatures. Now, here is Ciara with Dumb Laws from Delaware. Take it away, Ciara.
Hello, I'm Ciara, and I'll be giving you Dumb Laws from Delaware. R-rated movies should not be shown at drive-in theaters. It is illegal to fly over any body of water unless one is carrying a sufficient supply of food and drink. In lieu's, it is illegal to wear pants that are firm-fitting around the waist. Getting married on a dare is grounds for an annulment. In Rehoboth Beach, no person shall pretend to sleep on a bench or the boardwalk. Changing into or out of a bathing suit in public restroom is prohibited. 6-year-old girls may not run around without being fully clothed. And now I'll be giving you the current weather report. The current temperature is 60 degrees. The high for today was 62 degrees. The low was 47 degrees. Winds are from 1 to 6 miles per hour from the south. Wind gusts are up to 30 miles per hour. The barometer is at 29.81 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 63%, and today there has been 35 hundredths of an inch of moisture, measured by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 1 inch and 96 hundredths of an inch. And now here's our national weather outlook. I'm your national weather reporter, and I'll be giving you the big map. There is rain all throughout the west and northwest, with a few spots of even snow possible in eastern Idaho, northwest Utah, and through the central Rockies. Flash flooding possible in northern Arizona, southern Utah, and our area here in southwest Colorado. More rain forecasted for the northern Great Plains and the Great Lakes area. Amazingly, most of the rest of the nation is clear on the map, except for the extreme tip of Florida. And now I'll be giving you the 5-day forecast. Tuesday, showers likely, high 65, low 41. Wednesday, rain showers, high 60, low 40. Thursday, rain showers, high 60, low 38. Friday, partly sunny, high 61, low 35. Saturday, partly sunny, high 62, low 38. Now for our climate change report. This is climatologist, and I will be giving you the CO2 report. CO2 is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. The following are the CO2 numbers for this week. CO2 for the week of October 17, 2015 is 398.18 ppm. CO2 2 weeks ago was 398.37 ppm. CO2 last year was 395.58 ppm. CO2 10 years ago was 376.93 ppm. CO2 50 years ago was 317.30 ppm. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tanz of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, and Michael Magee of the CO2 Now website for this information. Remember, you can help keep our kids' news show on the air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
That's the end of today's DCTV 4-H news program. This is News Director Brendan saying good night and thank you for watching.